We're loading right into it. We're gonna see the positions and the civilization picks by everyone. So let's introduce the players. On the top, we have Japanese as Morty. On his pocket position, we have Kedafude with Italians. And on the south, we have Srini Mama playing as the Vikings. On the other side, we have the same lineup in the civs, but different positions. We have Japanese flank Darth Vorgan, who is Onkar. We have Pocket Vikings, Avastan, and on the flank we have Topspin Italians. Looks like there has been some issues going on, but let's speed up a little bit during the Dark Age, and we can talk about what the strategy choices these guys might be trying to go for.
Pero?
Everyone on Team Island usually wants to go for water and try to take their advantage and work together, see success in their game. Everyone's Xing their dock spots on where they want to dock. It's actually a nasty wolf over there waiting for Morty if he decides to go for the corner dock. Let's look at Foodie. Foodie is going to take his boar, looking at Morty. He's over there. Pushing deer, taking boars, making a front dock. Let's compare that to the other team, Team InDuS, on how they want to place their docks. Gorgon is making his dock a little bit further away from the front, in the back, a little bit more secure. And same can be said for Topspin. Topspin is also trying to do the same. Gonna be taking his second boar now. Avastan going for the back dock as well. So I think the same sort of strategies that we saw last time can be said and can be noticed in this area as well. I'm speeding up for the Dark Age a little bit because water build is kind of similar for everyone else. And the boar is a little bit off, but nothing that is going to change the game. Looking at Srini Mama, he's also pushing deer. It's also looking really nice for him. K the foodie, yeah, that's actually Onkar. Topspin is over here. He lured his boar properly. Exactly. So the same sort of strategies that we can see. Team InDuS decided to go for a more defensive placements of their docks. This is one thing I have to criticize Topspin for. Yeah, if you are going to take the fish, always go for the deep fish because the collection rate from the shore fish and the deep fish is faster. Water build is similar except Japanese landing smush. Okay, that brings me back some memories. Let's see what every player decides to go for. Is anyone going to be landing this time? Doesn't seem like Topspin wants to land this time as well. A horrible gold position for him. It's actually really away from his town center. So defending this area might be difficult if the enemy decides to land. Looking at team stackers. Stackers are not really going to go for a landing, it seems. Everyone's deciding to play water. They're going to be on a lookout for playing on land because last time we saw Team InDuS decide to go for landing. Second dock coming out from Topspin. I think Hitain is going to try to FC this one. He's the Pocket Vikings. He has already clicked up at 24 population, going for gold right now. Going to be trying to make a mill as well.
Win.
Let's see if he is able to get up to the castle edge in time to support his allies. 5 fishing ship from Onkar. That's Japanese fishing for you, so he'll be getting a lot of surplus of food from his fishing ships if he can keep them alive. It's gonna be Vikings against Japanese on this side. 3 dogs coming up from Srini Mama. 3 dogs coming up from K the Foodie. K the Foodie might actually, yeah, he lost that villager to the snow leopard over there, so it's gonna be delaying his third dog quite a bit. 2 dogs from the Morty, Japanese. Let's look at his scouting, what he's trying to find out, because Morty was the one who got landed last time. So he's purposely scouting his backside to notice any sort of landings that he might be facing. Everyone's Xing their positions and is on the lookout for scouting information. Topspin is going for fire galleys. I think fire galleys should be also the thing that is going to be coming out from Onkar. Yeah, Pudi lost. Pudi lost this. Lost the villager from the snow leopard. So that was really unfortunate for him. Pudi decides to go on the south, help Srini Mama with his galleys. So they're going to be doubling Onkar. Onkar is still looking for his enemy. Let's go to Onkar's point of view and see what he sees. Finds the fishing ship. Srini Mama will be coming back to save his fish with his galleys. He spots Onkar's docks as well. He's going to be actually running towards his ally. His ally will try to fight the remaining fire ships. The fish has been noticed by Onkar and is trying to run away. Srini Mama is ignoring that and maybe just trying to go to the pocket. This might actually be a really smart decision. Morty is walled? No, he is not. On this side, things look pretty even. Topspin decides to stay defensive. He's not moving out, letting Morty come to him. But the main disadvantage I can see from Morty's side, he's only on 2 dogs. Meanwhile, Topspin is on 3 dogs, so he'll be able to defend his side pretty easily. Looking at Srini Mama has decided to just ignore Onkar and go to the pocket, since pocket won't have any defense for it. 2 fire ships are chasing these 3 galleys, but maybe they won't be in time. 3 docks are being placed. Hiten is already 50% up to the castle age. 2 farms, 4 and gold. Gold positioning is a little bit unfortunate. That's actually really far away from his initial town center. The fish can be sniped now. This is really smart play from him. Amazing mortal, he's always boasting about. Let's see. Demos from Onkar. He's trying to survive 1v2 on his side. He's doing a pretty good job at it. He's staying defensive against Srini Mama's galleys. Hiten decides to run away with his fishing ships. The 2 fire galleys that were sent by Onkar are returning back to his own base to defend against the Srini Mama and Kedafudi combination. Looking at this side, 3 Dog, Morty and Topspin are both decided to stay a little bit more passive. Both are not moving out that much. Both are building their economies. Topspin has made an outpost so that he can spot any sort of landings. But most of the action is happening on this side. Onkar decides to run away with his fire galleys against the galleys from Srini Mama. 3 galleys that were sent by Srini Mama are being chased down by Onkar's and Topspin's fire galleys. But Srini Mama just decides to snipe fish. He is able to get off 2 fishing ships and is able to snipe a transport ship. I think Topspin was trying to go for a transport on them, but this looks like it's not gonna happen. Longboats are out now. Srini Mama has fletching, but he's the top scorer in their team, and I don't think he's anywhere near Castle Age just yet. Looking at his resources, yeah, he's missing a lot of food. All of the players from InDuS are looking in worse economic situation, but they are having the military lead now. A big fire galley engagement might be coming on top. Morty and Topspin both have tons of fire ships. Let's look at the numbers. 12 from Topspin, 14 from Morty. So this looks to be in favor of Morty in the slightest. The longboats and the fire galley combination are coming from the top. Onkar has to replace. Yeah. Looking at Srini Mama, he's trying to wall himself. Scout actually from Topspin on the enemy island. I think that scout is there to make everyone else panic. Pudi is going for a barrack and a blacksmith. Monty going for a barracks and a stable. So I think the strategy over here is to land Topspin scout and make sure that everyone sees it, so that they react in some way or the other. But he's not actually going for the landing. He's gonna continue playing water. That is what the strategy is looking like. Onkar managed to save all of his fishing ships, even though he lost his dogs. He replaced his dogs. and is gonna try to do that. That was Titanic overreaction. Exactly. They outplayed you. Like they just debated you guys to find the best word for it. That one scout made sure that you guys wall a lot and made a stable and a barracks from every one of those players. So it delayed you and it kind of debated you. Looking at the castle age uptime, Srini Mama is up, Morty is up, top spin is also up. Omkar is the only one who's lacking behind because he was the one who was getting pressured a lot really early on. So it kind of makes sense. Let's see the longboard's making the difference. He has the Botkin arrow, and looking at his researches, looks like he's gonna go for the ballistics as well. He has the second TC already. Looking in the economy department, he's the one leading by far. This is a really big army. I think longboards can micro this down, but it's going to be hard. So stackers decide to run away from this. They don't want to risk any macro battle. Just before they're clicking up, they're reaching to castle age, so they want to just run away and avoid fighting this in a feudal war. Walls from Srini Mama still continuing. These are really big walls, and I think the strategy from Team InDuS is actually working out for them. A lot of fire galleys on this side, demolition ships and fires are ready over there. Morty is researching the war galley upgrade, looking at top spin. He has added the fourth dock and he is going for the war galley upgrade anytime soon. He has the resources for it. He is going for Bordkin. Yeah, this is a mistake. And he's gonna fight before he gets the upgrades. This is gonna be really bad. Yeah, he's researching Botkin arrow for fire ships. Looking on the north side, I think the numbers advantage might be coming down for Srini Mama. Yeah, exactly. I think that might be an issue. He's researching war galley finally, but he wasted most of his navy before he can do that. The demos could have been the decider in helping him win that fight. Now, if Thane has to run away from this, he can actually get caught off guard on this position if Srini Mama decides to cut off the reinforcements. 2 transport ships. I think that was a miss hotkey. He's making transports when he wants to play water. Longboats are being chased down by war galleys and fire ships. Exactly. Looking at their economies, Pocket is adding town centers, Flank is adding town centers, and same can be said for the Vikings. Any third TC for the Viking player on this side? Doesn't look like it. He wants to stay to 2 town centers and play heavy longboats. Makes sense in the situation where they're behind in numbers. This is game plan 100% within and toss. I'm confident in that myself. This might actually be a really bad engagement. 2 demolition ships are coming. Topspin spots it. And let's see what he's going to be able to do about it. The demos are going right in the middle. Villager difference. Yes, I'll show that to you in just a sec. Hithane's sitting at 58. Closely followed by Darth Vorgan on 53. Surprising actually, he's on 53. I think that's because he did not lose his fishing ships. And then followed by you. Topspin microing demos into his groups of fire ships. Exactly. They're trying to fight. Topspin is still in a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of numbers, but he's garrisoning demolition ships. Morty is pushing on the top. A lot of navy from the team stackers on the south side. I don't think any numbers of can fight this, but this is looking promising. Omkar is making demos, he's making fire ships. He already has that careening upgrade, which lets his fire ships survive a little bit more. Is this stream recorded stream? Yes, these are recorded games, but the stream is live. So let's see the engagement here. It might actually be going in the favor of Team InDuS because longboats are much better in killing fire ships than war galleys are. So this might actually be going in favor of InDuS in terms of the trade, but the sheer numbers from stackers is proving to be difficult for them to be handling this. Looks like on the top spin is losing water pretty hard. Morty is pushing top spin and he's boom. Looks like it's in a much better place. Top spin on 52 villages, Morty on 58 villages. Longboats are still doing the job. They're pushing back the war galleys. Now they're really close to Omkar's production line. InDuS nerfed without. Yeah, looks like it. War Viking longboats are still pushing back the fire ships. In this position, I think the Italian player should be looking to go for Imperial instead of expanding a lot of economy. Having the fast fires against the longboats should be the play over here. Even the Japanese player can be looking to go for a little bit more of a switch into galleys now instead of staying fire galleys. Yeah, Srinivama can just take galleons and switch later if the enemy decides to go for heavy fires. Really even fight over here again. Both of them are losing their fire galley numbers in the front, and longboats against war galleys will be the decider in this position. The longboats, I think the war galleys are mispatrolling and the longboats have to run. The longboats have the mobility so they can pull out of any fight they don't want to take. On the top, I think Topspin has entirely lost his navy and Hiten is going to start massing in on this side now. War galleys are pushing in the south and fire galleys are pushing in the north. This is looking really grim for Team InDuS right now. A lot of fire galleys from Omkar. This might be enough to push him back. Looking at the up times, Topspin has actually decided to go up. This is one thing that Italians is really good at. He's gonna go to Imperial. He doesn't have the docks. Well, he's preparing his docks in the front. I'm not sure that Morty is noticing this. He's preparing 5 docks and might be able to win water back because of his faster uptime. Meanwhile, Hiten is being pushed back. He's losing his docks. He only has 3 docks remaining now. Morty decides to pull back. All like 3 ships, exactly. But those 3 ships are pretty tough. Fast fires are pretty tough. Topspin got some sling, or is it Italian power? Looks like Italian power. I don't think he got sling. This is just cheaper Italians with the Topspin production. He barely produced out of his docks, so he had a lot of surplus resources remaining. Shidi Mama is trying to destroy the docks, but he's running into some longboat fire. The longboats have to pull back now. The fire galleys are coming in the front. Omkar is trying to push in the from the back, making sure the longboats are not going to be taking a bad fight. This fight looks in the favor of InDuS because of the number of fire galleys that have been produced over here. Looking at the up times, I think Hiten has also clicked up. Hiten has a massive boom going on for him. He's the one sitting in the massive village lead of 92, followed closely by Srinivama. So Srinivama should not be behind in clicking Imperial anytime soon. With his better galleons are scaling much better than longboats, but this longboat has to make damage now. All the docks can be cleared from Avasthan, so that might actually be an issue now. The only longboats that have been remaining are over here, and they are pushing pretty hard. They're pushing pretty hard on the south. Once he gets braces, this might actually be really difficult to deal with. Shinimam is already losing his galley numbers, so this is looking really bad for them. Morty is also being pushed back. The fast fire upgrade might be coming anytime soon. Nope, he's going for galleon. He has 25 ships and he decides to click the galleon upgrade. That looks like the perfect decision over there from Topspin. And no way. He thought galleons makes fast fire. Yeah, sounds like Topspin. Fast fire upgrade might be coming anytime. Yeah, good. Yeah, he wants to go for bracer. He wants to go for galleon before he actually gets fast fire. Looks like Longboards have done the job. They have already won water in the front, but looks like he is going to be switching his production area. He's going to be making docks in the front now. I had fast fires before he had. Yeah, but he made enough fire ships. He made enough fire ships to take down all the docks from Morty. So Morty is replacing its docks in the back. The longboards have been teched into elite. He has the bracer, and looking at his upgrades, he will be getting the chemistry upgrade as well soon enough. The castle being put down for safe dock placements. Once this castle goes up, I don't think InDuS can push into it with the amount of navy being over here. But they're still taking really good engagements. They're taking down all the military before they are imperial. Topspin comes from the north, and longboards come from the bottom. This is a really nice chokehold. I'll put on Alt G just to signify which is the InDuS team and which is the Stacker team. Stacker team still has a lot of economy. I should be seeing back docks, but Hithane is raiding the back area as well, denying any possibility for them to redock in the back. Morty is also losing the docks in this back, so this is the only place that they can make their docks. They're still investing into the front. The castle has been put down. Onkar is also looking. He has so many. Oh man, this is so many transport ships. I think he's just having a hotkey problem with this. He's making so many extra transport ships. And Topspin is still making fire ships. One condo in each ship, lack of hotkeys. Yeah, that looks like it. And looking at the trade lines, nobody is starting trade just yet. Morty is coming back, trying to take down docks from Onkar. He's going to be actually managing to do that pretty nicely. But Onkar is taking down the docks in the front. He's keeping his navy a little bit more active. Morty's navy, I think, is really out of position. After he cleaned this, he should have gone back to protect his own docks. Focus on the fire ships of Morty. Oh, I think you might have been producing demolition ships, I guess. Yeah, let's look at this. He's gonna be patrolling right into your demos. He loses these many demos, and then oh yeah. I think Morty just patrolled and forgot about this and is taking a lot of demolition hits. Looking on the top, Topspin is still making fire ships. He has so many fire ships, but still no fast fire upgrade. Longboards are still denying the backside, raiding economies. Longboards are really good at that, really mobile, really accurate in doing that. Galleons are being produced in the front, but not enough production for them. They have lost their... Yeah, I could not make fast fire as I lost all docks. Exactly. I think once you cleaned the docks from Hithane, you should have just gone back to... Doesn't have water. I didn't think this was yeah. Fast fires from Foodie and regular ass fires from Topspin. And Topspin is just winning this in terms of sheer numbers. He has so many fire ships. Frames dropping. So okay, this should be fine now. Sorry, my bad. My internet is not the most reliable, so bear with me. Just let me know if there are more frame drops. Yeah, should be okay now. The fires are going on the south, are chasing away the Morty's fire ships. Longbows are parked in the back, trying to deny any sort of docking possibilities. The only docking possibility is in this area that they have made a castle and now is being cannon galleon down. The bombard. This castle is being bombarded with the cannons. Longboats are patrolling the shorelines. This is looking really bad for team stackers. They don't have a really effective area to redock, but looking at Shinimama, he's actually managed to redock in the south. He's gonna be trying to clean up the elite longboards in the back and trying to free up a little bit of space for his team. Looking at Darth Vorgan, Darth Vorgan is gonna try to go up. He's loading up his transport with villages. I think he wants to land. He wants to make barracks. He was actually trying to make barracks but got caught off guard in that area. He's gonna try to send more villages. And Duffin still with his 5 ships roaming around. He's making economy, making villages, making castles on the shoreline. This is looking really promising from Team Stackers. They have started to make a little bit of a comeback on the water. Fast fire is being produced from Foodie from the back. Looking at Marty, he lost a lot of villages. He's trying to guard tower down the shorelines with his Yasama tech. Okay. Frame drops. Ah, man. Just give me 1 sec, guys. I'll look into it and come back. Okay, I'm back. Uh, this should be much better now. Sorry for that. Close this. Looking at the team InDuS over here, they're making a lot of docks in the front. Docks from Topspin as well. They've started to make trade. The trade line is looking like it's going from this area to this area. So they're controlling the trade line. Fast fires and galleons are coming from the north. Fire ships and elite longboats on the north. This might actually turn out to be a really great fight for Team Stackers, but he is missing half his navy on the bottom. So if he comes up and fights with all his navy on the top, this might actually turn out to be a really good fight for them. Fast fires from Onkar also are coming down, so a lot of the navy on the top is being missing. The only person missing on this fight is Morty. He's trying his best to make a comeback on water with his fast fires. The elite longboats are really good at killing fast fires compared to the galleons from Srinimama. Tospin now knows about fast fires. I think he's realizing it right now. Let's look at his docks. Nope. Still no fast fire. Oh, actually, yeah, he researched it. He's researching it. Yeah. He's building fast fires. But why is it not showing? Onkar realized, not Topson. Oh, he's researching. No, this is still fire ship. This is not fast fire. Those docks are Onkars. No, these are top spins. He still does not have fire ships, fast fires. Like, this is... Oh, okay, I think... Yeah, exactly. I might have been cycling through... Yeah. Yeah, I might have been cycling through Onkar's docks. Looking at this fight, fast fires and fire ships are being put over here. Longboats are being brought from the top to the bottom to fight this area. Shinimama has a lot of navy consisting of 56 galleons, Foodie with his 14 fire ships. Both the team have started to think about trade. Trade line has been put down from this team. Hiten is sending his trade to the top and vice versa from top spin. Longboats are being pulled over here. Demos, fast fires are being pulled. Check landing. Yeah, landing from Omkar is he has decided to place barracks in their team and is sending condoteros in their economies. Hondo is idling a lot of area in the front. Meanwhile, looking at the water fight, galleons are killing a lot of fast fires. Elite longboats are doing the same. In terms of trade wise, galleons are 5 more HP, but other than that, I think longboats have a slight advantage in killing fast fires. On the top, Avastan is killing the towers with his elite cannon galleons. On the bottom, he's starting to lose momentum. I think galleons are really in much better numbers than the Viking longboats. Looking at the Condotero spam, there are a lot of Japanese Condotero. He has almost all the upgrades, missing just the attack upgrades. Hello Erling, what's up? We're just casting the third game between these guys on Team Islands. It's looking to be a really nice game. It's actually a close one. It might not seem that it's in the favor of InDuS in terms of economy, but in terms of like actual military, I still feel Shinimama has a military that can't be killed at the moment right now. A lot of longboats coming from the north. This is still a lot of galleons. It's 60 galleons in this area. So the score is 1-1 at the moment. I think the Omkar's raid might actually be the decider in this one. Shinimama or Foodie should be investing into cleaning this. They should be sending berserks or the Genoese crossbowmen to deal with it. A lot of condoteros are still being made. Morty is making towers all around the base to secure the trade line, secure the base. They have been Xing that area to clear off Omkar's barracks. The barracks are buying a lot of time. Galleons are moving around trying to look for any areas to attack. I think that might be a mistake. They should be focusing on killing the front area first before trying to go for the back. They might not actually find the trade line. Even if they decide to kill the market, they might actually lose in the bottom. Hongkong carried this game with the raid, but you're forgetting how hard top spins fast fire the galleys are carrying. Oh, actually he's coming with a lot of galleons and fast fires. So together with okay. So I think Omkar's raid is proving to be of much more nuisance than it initially seemed like, and all of them are going to be starting to run out of resources, so Team Stacker decides to tap out. I still felt they had a little bit of a chance if they decide to take this fight and trade it pretty good against this navy, they might still have a chance, but Omkar's raid, I think, those transports were nerfing. Exactly. But Omkar's raid did the job and finished them. Let's look at the timeline. Looking at the military, Shinimama with the insane kill death ratio with the largest army, 280 to 180. Comparing that to the other guys, well, that is impressive on its own. The other Viking player has 255 to 80. He has the units lost and the buildings raised the most. I don't know why the star is given to the 80. I think that's like the least lost number of units. But 255 to 80, that's really nice. Which game was this? This was game number 3, Team Islands. Avastan with the score lead in terms of economy and everything because he went for the fast castle. Society, looking at this, is like 150 for it. Each timeline can be shown according to that. Let's go for this scene and I will join into the next game in a second.